Oh, what a great way to start out this video. Hello, Internetians. My name is Josh, aka Ultraplayer, your coach of the New York Metagross. Welcome to UBLN. Did I get all my mons traded? Yeah, okay. Good. I just got my mons gen, so now I can be sure that the team is finalized. Welcome back to UBLN. This is going to be our Week 3 Teambuilder versus Arctic Weavile, coach of the Virginia Escavaliers. Link to his anything is in the description below. So, last week we had our battle versus Tesla Mouse, coach of the Houston Raichus, and we, spoiler alert, came out with a W. Primarina putting in a lot of work with the burst spam, of course, pulling out as it has been. This week we are going against, like I said, Arctic Weavile, and his team is Spoopy Scary. Whew, what a team he has. Let it appear below. Now, Celesteela, one of his Z-Mon users, very, very, very good Mon. I love this thing in the DBL, and I think it is very, very good. Can come as... Let me make sure I have everything pulled up so I can talk about everything correctly. Could come as an offensive set, although I do more expect a defensive set to take on stuff like my Celebi, stuff like my Excadrill, stuff like my Bird Spam. So there's that. Florges, very good Mon, can handle a lot of my special threats, including my Primarina, my Noivern, etc. Could come as a bulky Mon, could come as Calm Mind, which would be very scary, so I have to watch out for that. Porygon 2. Very bulky Mon. Very, very bulky Mon. Able to handle a lot and a lot and a lot of my team. However, no however. It's just scary to deal with. I do think I can beat it down, and with some of my stronger wall breakers, I do think I can break through it, so that's nice. Amoonguss, always an annoying Mon to face. I'm still sick, by the way, if you can't tell. Always an annoying Mon to deal with. Really good switching to my Primarina. He actually has a lot of switchings to my Primarina, which is really annoying. He has a Mantine, another switching to my Primarina. How scared of you can you be of a Primarina that you draft 3 counters? Maybe 4, depending, I don't know how much Porygon 2 takes it on. Mantine, one of his hazard removers, the other one being the Sand Slash, gets the Fog, gets Roost, got a really good buff in Roost this generation, able to handle a lot more Mons. Could come, however, not really expecting it, so there is that. Probopass is there. Very weird Mon, I don't think I've ever said Probopass out loud in League format before. Does get Stealth Rocks, does get stuff like Metal Burst to take something down with it. Has Magnet Pull, I believe, so it could potentially take on my Excadrill. So I do have to be careful of that. However, I do not really expect that to come. After last week when I tried to counter a Magnet Pull Mon, I do not think that he will try to pull that again. I think Celesteela is just a better answer. Z Thunderous Eye. How scary is that? I do not have good switch into that. We had to face Z Thunderous T 2 weeks ago, and it was very, very hard to switch into. However, we did end up beating it, so we can beat Thunderous Eye too, I believe. Scolipede is there. One of my favorite Mons in League format. Offensively, kind of destroys me. So that's fun. Don't really have good switch into it at all. The combination of Dual Stab plus Earthquake and either Swords Dance or Protect rips through me. So I have to be very, very, very cautious of that Mon. He has a Houndoom, which he's trying to trade away next week, so not really expecting that to come. Kind of walled by my Primarina, can be taken on somewhat well by my not my Houndoom, by my Rotom Heat and my Tyranitar. If he sets up a nasty block, that's kind of bad, but I do have Mons to outspeed it, such as my some of my Psychitypes, my Noivern, and my Glalie all outspeed, as well as Yanmega after a speed boost. Sand Slash is there as a rapid spinner. This is a very bad Mon, however, because it does have Sand Rush, it could run Choice Scarf and try and beat my Excadrill in the stand, so that is scary. And then finally, he has a Mega Glade. Huge, huge threat in League format. With the instant speed buff, it did get that, it does get its 110 speed immediately, so that could be very threatening. However, I do believe I have Mons to take it on very well. So now that we're done with a quick team recap, let's go ahead and talk about our team. So some things I really noticed was, he has a lot of special bulk. Celesteela, Amoonguss, Mantine, Florges, Porygon 2, even Probopass. A lot of special bulk. So, I primarily wanted to beat him down with physical attackers. and try and win with either a sweeper or a very fast mon such as my Excadrill. So let's go ahead and get into our team, shall we? First mon we're going to be bringing is going to be Seraph, our Rotom Heat, running Toxic Pain Split, Volt Switch, and Overheat. 252 in HP, 52 in defense, 4 at special attack, 140 special defense with a Calm Nature, and 60 in speed. 60 in speed. It's been a while since I have seen this team. 60 in speed is going to allow me to outspeed a max speed modest Celesteela, so I can hurt that thing before it can start dealing damage to me. If it is an offensive Celesteela, it can potentially be a threat. So that is scary. The physical defense is going to allow me to live a hit from the Mega Gallade, I believe, or the Scolipede, one of the two. And the rest is going to be thrown into special defense. I had 4 EVs left over, so I threw it into special attack just because. This is here to primarily handle stuff like the Celesteela, handle stuff like the Florges, Toxic the Porygon 2, just Toxic a bunch of his walls. Amoonguss is not going to want to stay in on this and take an Overheat, although it can. And I can Volt Switch out on the Mantine with very ease. I don't think he'd switch into Sand Slash on this just because I could be packing Will-O-Wisp. So there is that. But this does handle a lot of his mons. I can switch on Amoonguss fairly well if I want to. I can switch on Celesteela, I can switch on Florges, I can switch on Porygon 2, I can switch on not Mantine, I don't want to switch in on that, but I can Volt Switch out on it. So that is very nice. Not much to say about this mon. Going to do a lot of work, can even take a hit from the Houndoom and can potentially Toxic that. Next mon we're going to be bringing is going to be our Mega Glalie. Making his debut, finally, I do have the Mega Ring, I think I have the Glalie, otherwise I'm going to have a lot of work to do tomorrow. So, he does have a Houndoom, which I could be running max speed, or near max speed Jolly to outspeed. However, I don't expect it to come. So I'm running enough speed so that I can outspeed anything trying to speed creep my Tyranitar, or his own Celesteela. I believe that's the speed I'm running. Or a max speed modest Florges. Or a Sand Slash. Max speed Sand Slash. So I originally had a lot of ideas that I wanted to run with Mega Glalie. One of them was a set that I'm not going to talk about, actually, because if I face him again, I do want to bring that set just based on which mons become super big threats. However, this mon destroys him. Absolutely destroys him. Return, Spikes, Ice Shard, and Taunt, Max Attack, Adamant, and a lot of bulk. And take hits from some of his bulky mons. And I can taunt the Porygon 2. And I can taunt the Mantine and the Florges and not let them recover. I can taunt the Celesteela and not let them get off a lead seed. Return basically 2 AKOs almost everything on his team, bar the Porygon 2 and the Houndoom. And Ice Shard is there to pick off faster threats should I need it. Spikes is very nice because his 2 hazard removers are not very good versus Mega Glalie and not very good in this matchup in general, I feel. So hazard stacking him is going to be very nice, being able to wear down some of his mons and just potentially clean sweep through his team. So there's that. Very good mon in this matchup. I cannot wait to unleash this thing upon the masses. Next mon we're going to be bringing, like I said, I wanted a lot of strong physical attackers. We have our Dragon Dance Tyranitar. Dragon Dance, Stone Edge, Toxic, and Crunch. I didn't really want another move. I didn't really need another move. Bar what I had. I mean, I could have run something else, but this also destroys him. If I can weaken anything, one Dragon Dance and I just clean sweep through his team. Z Stone Edge for Continental Crush basically nets me a kill at +1. There's very few mons that can handle this at +1. Sand Slash can take a +1 Continental Crush. I don't even think Mega Gallade takes one. I honestly do not believe that Mega Gallade will take a +1 Stone Edge. Or +1 Continental Crush. Oh, it has 95 defense. It might be able to. Tyranitar. Let's see here. It does 85 to 106. It's a kill after rocks. 2 rocks. So yeah, not very good switching to this mon. Toxic is going to be there once again. Should I be able to lure in the Porygon 2 early or something, I will be able to Toxic that can get off huge damage. But yeah, this basically just breaks through his team. These two Mons are basically here to break through his team so that my Escavalier later on can potentially sweep and just net me the game. So, very good Mon. So at this point, I have a very good, strong wall-breaking core. I have a good specially defensive Mon to handle a good amount of his threats. Looking at this team, I have two Mons that I need to worry about. Two Mons that I think are going to absolutely destroy me and I need to be able to switch into and handle as best as possible. Those two Mons are going to be Mega Gallade and Scolipede. Thunderous Eye, I have many, many Mons that can take it on. It needs to hit a bunch of Focus Blast, it needs to have a certain coverage, and it needs to be at +2 to really be hurting me. Plus I have Ice Shard anyway to pick it off. So Mega Gallade, let's start with Mega Gallade. We have our Celebi, Cobra Berry, Leech Seed, Protect, Stealth Talk, and Zen Headbutt. This is going to be the same speed as the Glalie. It's a very slow team. Here's a team that's basically really slow or really fast. He has Gallade, Thunderous, and Scolipede, which are really fast. Houndoom, which, no. And then he just has a bunch of slow mons, so I'm really taking advantage of that speed gap right there. Leech Seed, Protect, Stealth Talk, and Zen Headbutt. Leech Seed is going to be good if I can switch on a Mega Gallade as soon as I get in it. Leech Seed and Protect and just try and get some health back so I can potentially live knockoffs. And Zen Headbutt, I believe, does about 40%. So that's very nice. Being able to wear that thing down and potentially put it in range of the Ice Shard from my Mega Glalie or a move from my Excadrill in Sand. So that is always nice. This is also my Stealth Walker. I can come in on stuff like a Sand Slash and some of his bulkier mons that can't really do anything to me, such as Probopass, such as Florges, and put up rocks. Again, very limited hazard removal, and if I get up rocks, that's very nice, because Scolipede, Thunderous, Houndoom, they're not going to like the rocks. Mantine, not going to like the rocks. And like I said, if I get 2 rocks, well, in theory, yeah, I could Z-Stone into the Mega Gallade and kill it, but I'm pretty sure, but +1 crunch does a crap ton too, so. Celebi, super good Mon in this match. Super important Mon. I can also take a Dark Pulse from the Houndoom with the Cobra Berry. However, my only attacking move is Zen Headbutt, so I do not want to do that. Could Leech Seed it, however, and then switch out into my Tyranitar, which could also handle it pretty well. Like I said, could switch on a few Mons. The problem with this set is that I don't have reliable recovery outside of Leech Seed. However, the only Mon that won't get Leech Seeded is the Amoonguss, which I can just Zen Headbutt for a good amount of damage. And potentially get a Flinch. That's always nice. Natural Cure is really nice. I can come in and get Toxic and then switch back right out. So, very good Mon in this format, in this battle. Next Mon we're going to have, like I said, I need to switch into Scolipede. It's going to be a Licky Licky. Chopper Berry, Fire Punch, Wish Protect, Knock Off, Max Physically Defensive. Because, good lord, Scolipede destroys souls. So, Fire Punch. Gonna be there for the Scolipede. Most accurate, the strongest, most accurate move I can use for that thing. I believe it is a 2-hit KO. Or 2 of them puts it in range of Ice Shard. Another reason why I really want Ice Shard on the Mega Glalie. Physically defensive, just to handle everything. And then Knock Off just so it can be a support Mon. If I don't see Scolipede, it's gonna be very nice. I can just start knocking off items. Porygon 2 is not gonna want to lose its Violite. Florges is not gonna want to lose its leftovers or its Babiri Berry, which could very well come. Mantine not going to want to lose its leftovers. Amoonguss not going to want to lose its Black Sludge. Celesteela, Thunderous, and Scolipede. If I knock them off and I don't see an item, I will get information, which is always very good. I love information. And Wish Protect is back after taking a rest sleep talk hiatus last week due to Cloud9, so I can just Wish Protect and stay healthy. And also pass wishes to stuff like Celebi should I think that thing is getting weakened. I can pass wishes on almost anything. Bar like the Scolipede and the whatever. Should make a Gallade get out of hand. I do have the Chopper Berry. I can take one close combat, knock it off, or click Fire Punch and do a little bit, or click Fire Punch actually, get a little bit of chip damage off on that. So that's always nice. And then finally, our last Mon is going to be our Excadrill, Assault Vest, Standard Rush, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Iron Head, and Rapid Spin. Thunderous Eye cannot knock me out, I believe. I believe I EV'd this so that I will not get O-code by Thunderous Eye under almost any circumstance. Let's see here. Thunderous Incarnate versus the Excadrill. What did I do this for? Okay, there it is. I believe that's going to be it. Specs Focus Blast will not knock me out. Should he run choice specs? Life Orb will not either. All Out Pummeling could knock me out. However, it is a roll. But I did not want to take too much out of the attack. The attack is very nice. The standard Excadrill just does a lot of work. Celesteela is mainly the one I really want to pop my Z Crystal on with Giant Tyranitar. So if that gets weakened, Excadrill can easily pick that thing off with a Rock Slide. Florges does not want to take an Iron Head. And even if it is the Berry, I do have an Assault Vest, and Power Fire won't be doing a lot. Porygon 2, if it's weakened, Earthquake. Amoonguss, if it's weakened, Earthquake. Mantine, Rock Slide. Purple Pass, Earthquake, unless it's Air Balloon, and it's Shenanigans, in which case, go fuck yourself. Thunderous does not want to take a Rock Slide. Scolpy does not want to take an Earthquake or a Rock Slide, or a Iron Head, or anything really. Or Houndoom, Earthquake, Stanislaus, Earthquake, and Scalate, Earthquake. This is mainly here to be a cleaner, not a breaker. Typically, I like Excadrill to be my breaker and just break down the wall for something else. However, this will be a cleaner. Wait till everything's weakened, come in and just pick something off. Because I am not too strong. I am very strong because I am an Excadrill. However, no Life Orb, no Z Crystal, no Swords Dance. I'm not going to be breaking a lot of holes, especially with this fat team. So that's going to be our team builder for week 3. Very good team. I'm very, very proud of this team. I very much like the look of it. I really like this core. I really, really, really like this wall breaker. These 2 wall breakers. I think they're going to do a lot of work. So yeah, looking at one thing, we now have used 9 of our Mons. I still have yet to use Hitmonchan or Espeon. Hopefully we will be able to use them in the upcoming weeks, but until then I will see you tomorrow for our battle versus Virginia Escavaliers and Coach Arctic Weavile. Till then, peace.